Okay guys, today on the channel we will be making a lined patch pocket. I have done this one, so I'm going to show you guys how to create the pocket on the other side. If you didn't know, this is the Chi Naija sewing space where we learn to and style the wardrobe of our dreams. I have other pocket tutorials on the channel. I have a playlist, I'll link it up in the cards for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, now to make this patch pocket with lining, there are a couple of pieces that we're going to need. We're going to need the pocket piece, which is you deciding the size of the pocket that you want. We're going to need the lining for that pocket piece, and also we're going to need the flap, which is going to cover up the pocket. You know, it's going to be a pocket with a flap. All right, so at the end it's going to look something like this. Okay, so how do we get these pieces? First of all, you cut out your desired shape of pocket. I just put my hand in there and went right round, not too big. Okay, then to get the lining, I basically just came down 2.5 inches. Okay, so 2 inches is how much I want the pocket to fold over, which at the end of the day the is going to fold over 1 inch on the inside. Okay, then 1/2 inch is for the sewing. So let's say this is our pocket. The lining is just going to be like this, and it's going to fold over like this. Okay, so on the inside we will see the main fabric will fold over like this, then the lining will come down, and as you can see, the lining matches exactly at the end of the pocket bag. Okay, then the flap will come this way like this. Okay, so like I said, you don't need any more, really. 2.5 inches, so it's going to be a 1 inch fold on the inside and 1/2 inch for the sewing. Okay, now for the pocket bag, you want to cut 2 pieces, which is what I have here. And since they are identical, it doesn't matter in which way you cut it. Okay, that's for the pocket bag. Now for the pocket lining, you're also going to need 2 pieces for each bag. Okay, now for the flap, we're also going to need 2 pieces of each. We need 2 pieces for the lining and 2 pieces for the fabric. Now I don't know if you can tell, but I decided to do a little pattern placement with the whole thing, because it feels like this is just going to blend into the fabric, so I wanted it to stand out a bit. Okay, so these are the pieces you need to make a lined patch pocket, and I'll show you how we sew those onto the skirt right now. Okay guys, this is the top of the patch pocket, and this is the actual patch pocket itself. Now I have pinned everything right sides together. Pin this all the way up here because we are going to turn it over and sew it down here. But anyways, it's pretty simple. So we just sew around here and sew straight down here, and after this, understitch. Okay, all right, let's do that now. Now we will clip into these ends so that the fabric can turn over well. Clip 2 but not through the threads. Okay, then we will turn that over, give it a good press, and that should be okay. Now over to this one. Like I said, just stitch down, fold over and understitch. Now that we're done doing this, we will fold this lining up to the end of the main fabric and pin, and fold here up. Then we would sew straight down. As a matter of fact, I put these pins wrong. Then we will sew straight down up to here, straight down up to here. The hole we'll leave here is for flipping the fabric inside out. Okay, so very simple. Okay, so now we will do like before, clip into these curved edges. Now we'll do like before and clip into these curved edges. We will also trim here down this sharp edge here so that there isn't much bulk when we are turning over, because remember this fabric is quite bulky, so we need to take off as much extra bulk as we can. So now we will just, so I like to reach in, fold this part and bring it out. Okay, then reach into this other side, fold it in, bring it out, and turn everything inside out. Okay. Now this part we are going to hand stitch closed. Just turn it in as much as the seam allows. We're going to sew, just hand stitch that closed. But this is basically it. Then this will come this way and it will go this way on the skirts. So I will quickly go and give this a good press, and as you can see what I was talking about, that the fabric is kind of directional. It is directional, and I've made a play with the direction of the stripes. Okay guys, all right, let me iron and get back. So guys, I have tried on my skirt and pinned the pockets in the exact position of the other one. So now all that's left is to just sew round this way, okay, because this is the opening of the pockets. As you can see, is where the top is. So that's it, to just sew round, then we'll now sew on the flap. Okay, so let us start. So guys, this is how you sew on a patch pocket, and you see how I was saying it's gonna disappear into the skirt. Okay, you see it's lined in there, very nice. So now we will put the flap on, and remember all this, you're not supposed to sew your lining in. So to sew the flap on, we will just give about a half inch allowance at the top. Okay, give about a 1/2 inch just to hold it in place. So we're going to sew a seam straight across like that, then we'll flip it over and sew on top. Okay, it is that easy. So now we're going to sew a stitch right across. Okay, and after we do that, we fold it over this way. I like to pin mine as well. And while we're sewing, we're going to try and encase the other seam inside the stitch. Okay, okay peeps, this is what the finished skirt looks like. See the lining there, and you see the lining in here. And yeah, don't forget to check out the other line pocket I have on the channel. It is a double welt pocket with lining, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do check out our other content and like and subscribe. Peace.